Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, is proud to bring you the Arvest Bank Game of the Week football pregame show online at KOFO.com. At Arvest Bank, it's goodbye limits, hello possibilities. Our featured Game of the Week tonight finds the Central Heights Vikings hosting the Northern Heights Wildcats. Here to preview tonight's game is KOFO's Blake Griffin.
Hello, welcome to Richmond, Kansas. KOFO's Game of the Week back on the campus of Central Heights as the Vikings take on the Wildcats of Northern Heights. A 2-3 team for the Vikings and 0-5 team for the Wildcats should provide a good matchup here. We'll send it right back to the station. You're listening to the Arvest Bank pregame show here on KOFO.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 5% APY on a 7-month CD or 5.25% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
What would you do if KOFO and Kansas State Bank handed you $1,000 in cash? Think quick, because Count the Cash is back at Kansas State Bank. Visit their main bank at 236 North Main during normal lobby hours and guess how much money is in the KOFO Cash Cube. If your guess is the closest when KOFO reveals the amount, you win $1,000. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 to win. Only one entry per person per sponsor location. See complete rules at KOFO.com. Count the cash at Kansas State Bank and win.
Back here in Richmond, Kansas, on the campus of Central Heights, a chilly fall evening here for Friday Night Lights. The sun is just setting right out in front of us. A beautiful Kansas sunset out on the horizon. Band is ready to play the national anthem. Both teams are on the field warming up. Everybody is in the sweaters, jeans. It is fall in full swing all the way around as we look at this matchup. Central Heights, the Vikings playing close to the Wildcats of Northern Heights. Central Heights coming off of a tough loss last week, went on the road to Jayhawk Lynn out there in Mountain City, lost that game 34-0. We were here a couple of weeks ago to take on the Uniontown game as the Vikings ran through Uniontown 27-0. It was a great game for the Vikings, and it was a great game for both offense and defense. We'll see if they get back to what they wanted to do. Northern Heights having a rough go of things. 60-0 loss to Opay last week. Have not really found any success in the year so far for them, as we are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. Again, waiting for the band to kick off this national anthem, almost ready to get things rolling. Send it right back to the station. You're listening to the Arvest Bank pregame show here on KOFO.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 5% APY on a 7-month CD or 5.25% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
If you can sail and want the opportunity to earn unlimited income, KOFO Radio has a marketing consultant position for you. Radio sales experience is helpful, but if you have a sales background outside of media, we can teach you about radio. Responsibilities include selling radio advertising at events to new and existing clients, with performance measured by achieving personalized sales goals, generating and maintaining clients, and providing ongoing customer service. Email your resume to KOFO@KOFO.com. KOFO Radio is an equal opportunity employer.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, Funeral Director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
In addition to auto repairs and maintenance, Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offers a wide variety of new tires in a full range of sizes and brands. And they offer computer balancing, tire rotation, and flat repairs. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook.
Hello, welcome back to Richmond, Kansas. I'm Blake Griffin, KOFO Game of the Week, as we look to see both captains come to the middle of the field. We haven't yet got our coin flip. We don't know who's going to kick or return just yet. You mentioned the Central Heights Vikings coming off a tough loss last week, 34-0 loss to Jayhawk Lynn. And Northern Heights having a tough one in general in terms of their season, 0-5 so far. We're going to look to see if they return to the run game, as Bryson Velez has been tearing things up offensively for the Vikings of Central Heights. 4 touchdowns, leads a team in rushing. I believe we have all the stats for them. You know, with Max Preps, it's kind of dependent on whether or not somebody wants to put them in. If you have a good team that is willing to put in the effort to put in the stats, especially for players and parents, helps out the broadcasters a lot as well. But we are waiting the coin flip. Tails never fails is what I always go with. So we'll see who wins. Cheering out in front. Did see some people in some homecoming dresses, presumably homecoming week.
We have a coin flip going on in midfield. We'd like to welcome everyone to Homecoming 2023. Our ceremonies.
But we mentioned a cold night here this evening, 56 degrees in Richmond, Kansas, with a low of 44 coming later this evening. Hopefully we get out of here before it really drops into the 40s. Wind out of the northwest-ish at 8 miles an hour. Didn't quite see who won the coin toss. They didn't position either team. So we'll send it right back to the station when we come back. It'll be time for kickoff. You're listening to KOFO Game of the Week here in Central Heights. You're listening on KOFO.
You've been listening to the Arvest Bank Game of the Week football pregame show online at KOFO.com. Arvest Bank, goodbye limits, hello possibilities. Stay tuned, our opening kickoff from Central Heights is coming up next. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to our Game of the Week football broadcast on KOFO.com. Tonight, the Central Heights Vikings host the Northern Heights Wildcats. Our Game of the Week on KOFO.com is brought to you by CarStar, Quality Structures, Kansas State Bank, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Newco Concrete, and by Beanie's Body Shop and Repair, Impact Wealth Planner, Ottawa Veterinary Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, also by Ottawa University, Arvest Bank, Advent Health Ottawa, Dingle & Son Mortuary, and by Midwest Auto Center, Goppert State Service Bank, Primetime Grill, and All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating. Now let's rejoin the voice of our Game of the Week broadcast, Blake Griffin.
Welcome back to the campus of Central Heights, just across the street on the football field, as it'll be Northern Heights kicking off right to left in front of us. For those of you at home listening, imagining the game, vivid imaginations out there. It is a short kick that rolls out of bounds on the Central Heights side of the field. 35 is where it'll roll out. We will see where it rolls out to. They'll just mark it there, or we're going to get a penalty. I see where they're going to put this football, or actually we're going to get a re-kick. So electing for a re-kick. I'll move it back to the 35. Great crowd considering the conditions this evening. Everybody out bundled up. The sun has fully set. It's time for Friday Night Lights to get off once again. Again, spirals out of bounds. It is fielded inbounds, actually, before it goes out just ahead of the 40 at the 41. So back to just a bounce. 41 will stay. Okay, they'll give it 42. So that is where Central Heights will take control here on their first drive. Heading left to right. On the dust over the field, we just had a truck go across the gravel road behind us. So we'll try to keep you updated with numbers here. Three-back formation. One receiver to the far side. Northern Heights looks like they're going to send a little pressure here to start. Linebacker comes up as a handoff up the middle, bouncing out and falling forward. Gain of about 5.
Number 21, Colton Caswell.
Colton Caswell
Takes the ball up across the 45.
will take it across to the 46.
Second down and 5 for the Vikings.
As makes it second down. Caswell, who had a great game a couple of weeks ago. We were here for the Uniontown victory. Was my bid for KOFO game of the player of the week. One receiver to the far side, 3 backs in the backfield again. Handoff up the middle, fighting off a couple, falling forward. Looks like first down yardage.
Number 21, Colton Caswell on the carry.
They are going to give it.
44, Arlen Badger.
So a rush to about the 43, 44 across midfield. They go into Northern Heights territory. The run of the football here to start. Cold nights, wet nights, you'll see that more often. Not going to see a lot of... throwing the football today. We can see 3 back in the backfield, 1 receiver out to the far side again, handoff up the middle, and why not? It's been a great success falling forward to the 40, and falling down is Colton Caswell once again. Caswell up to the 40 exactly. Gain of 9. To the 40, just about a yard short of the first down marker. Actually, one coming in from the north. Could not see the flag as of yet. North would be to our right, so going into the winds are the Vikings. Same formation. One receiver out to the far side. They send the blitz. Caswell gets a pitch in the backfield, has positive yardage, falls forward to the 34. We'll see what they mark at 35. And slowly and steadily just chipping away at this Wildcats defense.
First down and 10.
First down with 9:28 to go. Fast moving first quarter, all run plays, no stoppages so far. Caswell in the backfield. They'll hand it off up the gut, diving forward.
Number 9, Jose Velez.
Number 9, Jose Velez will get his first touch of the game. Falling forward up to the 30, gain of 5 from Velez. A 3-pronged, even 4-pronged rushing attack for the Vikings. You've got Jose Velez, you've got Bryson Velez, Colton Caswell, and Armani Velez. All with rushing yards on the year. 3-back formation once again. It's like Caswell and Jose Velez in the backfield. Northern Heights jumps, but not offside. They hand it off to Jose Velez, falling forward, dragging a couple of Wildcats with him up to around the 20. See where they mark it. Looks like maybe about the 21. 20 and a half, yeah, about to the 21.
That's good for Central Heights. First down and 10.
So a two-pronged attack they've thrown out there early is Brody Roulette will get the play call right back out to the huddle. Central Heights in the navies got the powder blue stripes down the side and on the shoulder pads with the powder blue numbers on the back outlined in yellow. Three backs once again with Caswell in the backfields as a flag goes flying in from the back official. There'll be a delay game call. So a delay game. To move things back to the 26. Three backs once again. Handoff. Caswell hits, falls forward, the flag comes flying in. See if the flag is on. Looks like they marked it at about the 33, 34. They are convening Mr. Bob Johnson's first zebra convention. 3 or more is a convention. Motioning to the Northern Heights side, I have not seen anything yet. It'll be holding. So negate the run and move him back 10 yards.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. 3 first down.
Back to the 36. 35, 36 on the hold. First and 25 with 7:17 remaining. Handoff up the middle, bouncing it out to the outside to the sideline with some speed, fighting off a couple of defenders and falling forward. Bryson Velez. A bolt of lightning comes out of the backfield. It looks like he fell forward to about the 17, second and 5. So he gets back the penalty yardage. Puts Central Heights in a favorable 2nd down and 6. Twin receivers either side with Bryson Velez in the backfield, Roulette in the shotgun. They put Jose Velez in motion. He gonna get the pitch into the backfield, jukes around one defender out of the backfield to get back to the line of scrimmage. Northern Heights had him dead in the backfield. No gain. Keeping at 17. For 3rd and 5, down to 6 minutes to play in this first quarter. Eating up the time here on this first possession. For Central Heights, 2 receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near side. Looks like Baker Moore on this near side. Bryson Velez on the right hip of Roulette out of the shotgun. 5:40, Roulette trouble with the snap. Lets it fly out to the flat on the left side. Caught diving for the goal line.
From number 4, Brody Roulette, to number 11, Reed Tompkins.
Reed Thompson, the receiver, on the little screen pass. They move it up to about the 5. So a 12-yard pitch and catch for Roulette. Moves them right on the doorstep of their first touchdown. 5:15 remaining in this first quarter. Nothing. Central Heights still on their first drive. They send 3 backs with Roulette under center. Hand off up the gut, Velez. Falling forward, that's Bryson Velez. They'll call him just short.
Stop just shy of the goal line. That'll bring up second and goal.
About just an inch, if anything, as Bryson Velez just unable to get that last little bit of dive for it. Second rush, 23 yards. Him and Coswell, 23 yards apiece. But just an inch away, we'll see if this is roulette to extend it over. He'll go to hand it off. Velez shakes himself out of one tackle in the backfield, dives across the line of scrimmage and in across the goal line for a touchdown for the Vikings. Central Heights strikes first. 4:26 remaining. A long almost 8-minute drive to start this for Central Heights. Ends in a touchdown for Velez. Mentioned 4 on the year. That's his 5th on drive number 1. With how well this Central Heights team has moved the football, I think we're going to continue to see a lot of that. They'll send high formation out there. You're going for 2. Roulettes will hand it off in the backfield, eaten up. In there on the tackle in the backfield was Gabe Beck, the junior.
And on the stop was number 8, Gabe Beck.
So nothing doing. 2-point conversion goes as a failure. It'll be a kickoff. 4:26 is set to break. 6-0 here from Richmond. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week on the campus of Central Heights here on KOFO.
Whether you're tackling an opponent on the field or tackling a weekend project at home, injuries happen. When they do, you'll be glad Advent Health Ottawa's emergency department and board-certified staff is there to help get you back in the game. At Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Our desire is to provide the very best in funeral service. Our commitment has helped us reach that goal. We will always strive to reach higher. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary, setting the standard for funeral service.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 5% APY on a 7-month CD or 5.25% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
Back here in Richmond, Kansas, Central Heights set to kick it off left to right. In your head, in your dream vision as the kick is muffed a little bit, fielded by Trip Stormont at the, we'll say about the 12-yard line. So first down yardage after the kickoff goes to Northern Heights. We'll see what they have in store for their first drive of the ball game. We'll send trips out to the right-hand side, one receiver near side, one back in the backfields, quarterback under center. In some trouble in the backfields, dancing around, unable to get it back to the line of scrimmage and take it down for a sack. Gotta get you a number on that.
He stumbled on the play, but it is covered back up by Northern Heights. So a pretty good loss on the play will bring him second down and 1.
Couldn't quite find it on that. The numbers are almost invisible out there. Looks like the number 1 under center would be Cooper Woodrow, the freshman. Handoff again goes nowhere.
Number 3, Leo Vidal.
So number 3, Leo Dodonder. Back to, well, he kind of lost a yard there. Northern Heights in the shadow of their own end zone. The third down and very long, 3:15 remaining, 6-0 Central Heights. on defense for the first time here in the first quarter. Three receivers near side, one out to the far side with the ball on the far hash. Woodrow lets it fly over the middle. It's caught by the Donter, who will fall forward to about this 6.
Gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. And on the stop.
And about 2 or 3 on the pitch and kick to bring up fourth down. And about 16-15 with 2:40 remaining here in Richmond. I'll send, looks like I don't have a number 3 on my roster to number 7. It's Baker Moore, who received it at the 45, shakes around 1, dances around the flag at the 40. So up to the, receive that, the 40, got him out to 40, or pardon me, the 45, out to the 40. We'll see what this penalty is about. Actually, they'll mark it a lot more favorable. It was up to about the 38. Okay, we'll move it back. Legal block in the back. We'll move things back to the 50.
First down and 10.
Yeah, we're too close.
The first and 10 of the 50. Let's back to pass. Wants it over the middle. It's caught. Jose Velez on the little slant route. They bring it out. Let Roulettes extend the arm a little bit. So on the first one, after running it down their throat on the first drive, they move it all the way to the 30. 20-yard reception. They move it up. Big 20-yard chunk gain. Got back the penalty yardage and more as we're under 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. 150 as the Vikings come out of the huddle to rather one of the backfield, single receiver either side. We're let back to pass again. Looks over the middle, has the receiver open. It's just short. Dustin Smith, the
incomplete. That'll bring up second down and 10.
Dustin Smith, the intended receiver. And we'll go incomplete. We'll send single receiver either side again to help and block on that left side. Second down, second down and 10 is the option play. It's a jet sweep over to the far side. Trying to fight for a couple extra yards. I actually lost the ball in a couple of seconds there. I was trying to find it. They went on the jet sweep back to the option down to the 34. They lose yardage. So 3rd and 14 with 1:15 left to play in this first quarter. 6-0 Central Heights leads after a long almost 8-minute drive to lead off this first quarter in this game. Twin receivers far side, one on the near side. Roulette out of the shotgun. Wants to the near side. Has a receiver open. They had Reed Compton, but overthrew him. He was hit as he threw. Put a little extra on it. It'll bring up fourth down. Donaldson, who had his man beat, it's a good idea to float that one to this near boundary. So keep the offense out on the field. 51.3 remaining here in this first quarter. 4th and 14, and with how well the defense looked on that last drive against Northern Heights, no reason not to send this out. 2 back to the backfield with Roulette under center. Roulette going to pitch it. Found a hole up the middle, diving forward, and not getting enough for the first down. Had to get up to the 20. Fell short of the 26. So an almost
short of the first down, so the Vikings
sort of running punt, it seems. And so Jose Velez will fall forward to the 26, change possession to the other side. Northern Heights will come back onto the field with the offense. 6-0 with 45.2 remaining in the first quarter. Central Heights on top. 2 receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near side, with 1 on the backfield. Woodrow out of the shotgun. Rolls to his right. As a receiver on the far sideline, it's caught. Shakes off of 1, falls up to the 45.
Number 26,
or 26, Kilton Bish, the sophomore, freshman and sophomore connection. We'll mark him out of bounds, not at the 45, but at the 43. Yard line with 15 seconds. Again, off before the end of the quarter, handed off up the middle and eaten up. Might be a loss of yardage back to the 40. Arlen Badger on the carry for 44. That will end this first quarter 6-0. As we'll send it back to the station. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week. 6-0 Central Heights on top of Northern Heights. When we return, you're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week here on KOFO.
Why pay dealer prices to get your car serviced? The ASE certified technicians at Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offer the same great service, and any applicable factory warranty remains in effect. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook. There's something for everyone at Primetime Grill. Burgers, salads, sandwiches, entrees, all the best tasting and delicious Kansas cuisine. Enjoy the full-service bar, exceptional service, one-of-a-kind atmosphere with so many screens you'll know why they say, when it's game time, it's Primetime. Primetime Grill in South Ottawa, open 7 days a week.
Since 1899, Gobbert State Service Bank has worked side by side with friends and neighbors to help shape the future of our community. The Gobbert State Service Bank offers a full range of banking services for every need. The Gobbert State Service Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Quality Structures is helping you build the rural American dream today. No more some days. Whether you're wanting a garage for your toys, a riding arena for your horses, or storage for your equipment, Quality Structures is there. Visit Quality Structures in Richmond or online at qualitystructures.com.
Back here for the start of the second quarter, out of the shotgun, Woodrow rolls to his right. Has to let it fly over the middle of the field. It's in and out of the hands. Bryson Velez was there for the interception and was just unable to come up with it. Will be second down. Woodrow, who rolled to his right, had 2 Central Heights the defenders coming right at him. Had to get rid of it, wanted it to go long, and instead it kind of wobbled its way into between 2 Vikings and ended up hitting the grounds. At the 40-yard line, 11:54. We're just getting started here in the second quarter. Twin receivers both sides with 1 on the backfield on the hip of Woodrow. Out of the shotgun, Velez showing blitz. Gets to the quarterback. He's eaten up, sacked to the 30.
Quarterback is sacked by number 60, Landon Lopez. That brings up 4th down and long.
Landon Lopez on a sack.
32. 33.
Back to the 32. So it was 4th down and 21. as it will be fair caught at the 46. Thought maybe a little sketchy there. The wind blowing out of the north. Now Northern Heights kicking into the winds. Going to shake things away.
From their own 47.5 yard line.
Thoughts at the 47, and that was where Central Heights will take drive number 3 here in half number 1. 6-0. They ran it down the field on the first one. As the snap is botched, it's on the grass. It's going to be Northern Heights football. They fall on top of it.
Northern Heights recovers. First down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Every game. Find a way. Here's the rules away. Bring me out.
So it fumbles to the 45, 46-ish. Flips right back over. Out of the shotgun. Woodrow flushed out of the pocket. Blackham flying out from the back official. Woodrow racing out of the pockets towards the first down marker. He actually looks like he had it, but it looks like it's going to come back as the flag was thrown at about the 50-yard line. Anything out of the backfields, you have to assume it's going to be a hold. And it will be. So moving back from the 45.
That would be a 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Back to the 44 into Northern Heights territory.
If it's behind the line of scrimmage,
10:50 remaining in this second quarter. Woodrow rolling to his left out of the shotgun. Wants to air it out deep as a receiver, and it falls flat. Intended receiver out there, Gabe Beck, has wanted to air it out a couple of times, and it's just really not been able to. Second down and 20. Clock stopped dead at 10:41. 6-0. Neither team has really been able to make forward progress after the first drive from Central Heights, who marched their way down the fields and took 8 minutes off the clock. We're punching it in on the Bryson Velez rushing touchdown, one to the near side. He trips Stormont's on this near side, through to the far side with Woodrow out of the shotgun. He rolls left as a blocker out in front of him. Wants to let it fly. It's caught 5 yards shy of the first down marker, falling forward to the 35, possibly 34.
Kelton Bish.
Kelton Bish, the receiver, did a good job securing the ball, turning upfield, shook off one defender, and fell forward at the 35 into Central Heights territory for a first down. They get all the yardage back and then some. First down and 10 to the 35, 10-32 remaining. Again, shotgun formation, 3 out to this right side. Woodrow rolling to his right, wants to air it out. It's again caught by Bish. Down to about the 21.
Once again, Kelton Bish in on the stop of number 4. Then you will let the Wildcats pick up another first down.
First down yardage, as it looks like Northern Heights has found something they liked in the play call. They ran it to the left, found Bish. They ran it to the right and found Bish. I formation, Woodrow under center with Beck, the tailback. They hand it off to that tailback. Actually, pardon me, Dedonder. Number 3, the 3 and the 8. merging together. No gain, it looks like, on the rush to bring up second down and 10, 9-40 as we take down in this second quarter. Northern Heights just outside of the red zone of the 22. Second down and 10. They've had success throwing the football here on this drive. 2 passes on this drive as Woodrow 4 of 6 for 56 yards so far. Single receiver either side with a back on the hip of Woodrow. Woodrow rolling to his left. Wants the end zone. It is through the hands. Looks like Bish again, the intended receiver. Woodrow and Bish really going to connect here. The freshman and the tight end, who is the sophomore. The flag comes flying out of the backfield. Well, late.
Unsportsmanlike
conduct called on Central Heights. The official not liking what was called, or not liking what somebody said.
15-yard penalty.
15-yarder up to, pardon me, it looks like a 10-yarder up to the 12.
Another first down.
I guarantee you, I was out there,
So up to the 12.
I don't care. I know I'm. Oh.
Yeah, give him a first down at the 12, 1st and 10, as the officials still congregating at the middle of the field. And there comes the 4th. Wow, full bore zebra convention for all 4 officials out there. Looks like they were trying to figure out where the ball should be spotted, and they settle at the 12. And a timeout taken by Northern Heights. So 9:07 remaining as Northern Heights knocking on the door just outside of and goal. 1st and 10 from the 12. We return 30-second break. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week here in Central Heights on KOFO.
Kansas State Bank supports the hometown team because when you visit Kansas State Bank, you're banking with hometown people you know, with convenient drive-through hours, loan officers with decades of experience, and their new digital banking suite. Find out more at mykansasstatebank.com. Member FDIC.
I'm John Newhouse of Newco Concrete. From our first contact with you to the cleanup when we're done, you'll find our staff and crew to be professional, respectful, and reliable. That's the only way we do business at Newco Concrete.
Visit online at newcoconcrete.com.
So the penalty moves them up to the 12. Welcome back to the KOFO Game of the Week. I'm Blake Griffin here for KOFO. We're in Richmond, Kansas on a chilly night. The temperature sitting at 54 degrees with winds out of the north-northwest at 7 miles an hour. Feels like 52. Northern Heights knocking on the door at the 12 after their timeouts. Send a single receiver out to the left. They're going to stack a couple of tight ends on the left side. They go I formation. Woodrow with the pitch. Looked like trouble with the pitch, but DeDonder is trying to find his way back to the line of scrimmage. He is eaten up. Loss of 2 yards, it looks like. Back to the 14 goes DeDonder. DeDonder on the day. 3 rushes for -3 yards. So DeDonder has not been able to really move the ball forward. In fact, the Northern Heights rushing game has been non-existent. A rush from number 44, Harlan Batcher, for -3. 3 rushes from DeDonder for -3, and a sack to Woodrow. Woodrow out of the shotgun. They put the far receiver into motion. 3 on this near side now. Looks like maybe illegal formation going to be coming out as the flag comes flying with the snap coming out. Woodrow is stacked into the backfield. Number 40, Gavin Peen. Piney.
Illegal motion against Northern Heights.
They're going to decline the penalty as the sack is a little bit more what you want. Back to the 20. After a loss of 6 on the sack. 3rd down and 20. Got to get to just about the goal line for first down yardage. Woodrow with a back to his left, 2 receivers to the far side, rolls to his left, wants the end zone. It's jumped by a linebacker, batted down, and will go to 4th down. That's the second ball we've seen slip through the hands of a Central Heights defender. Bryson Velez earlier in this drive had one trickle out of his hands. Not sure who I saw pat that one down over there. The numbers are few and far between from this range. Nothing that really pops. You don't see the black on yellow like we see with Ottawa. 7:58 remaining here in the second quarter. 6-0 Central Heights on top. If you're just joining us, we got a barn burner here, folks. Northern Heights 4th down. Gonna go for it. Woodrow rolling to his right, has 3 receivers out there. Wants it to the end zone. It is juggled. Bish was the intended receiver. Couldn't quite secure the catch, and a turnover on downs.
So the Vikings will take over on downs. 1st down and 10.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. The Vikings will take over. 7:52. Last couple of drives have not been in favor of Central Heights. Went 5 plays, 25 yards, and then 1 play on the fumble on their last 2 drives after scoring the touchdowns in 11 plays, 58 yards, and a whole 8 minutes off the clock. Let's in shotgun. On receiver far side, 1 to the near. Takes it himself. QB draw. Drives up the middle. Roulette's rolling almost up to the 35. They'll mark him short at the about the 27. So across the 25. Out to about the 27 on the quarterback keeper. 2nd and 4. 7:14 remaining in this second quarter. They put 1 in motion. 2 receivers out to this near side. Handoff off the middle. Bryson Velez spins off of 1 and is speared down just shy. Actually, I'm going to say he had first down yardage. Across the 30 down to the 31.
Across the 30-yard line. That's good for Central Heights.
First down yardage for Velez, who is leading the way in rushing yards. 4 rushes for 29 yards for Bryson Velez. The senior Central Heights offense. Single receiver either side. Roulette's in the backfield. The back to his right. He's going to look to pass. Wants it over the middle. Has a receiver wide open. Just overthrew him. Like Baker Moore out there cooked his defender down the far sideline. Roulette's a little extra on the pass. 6:33. 2nd down and 10. Ball on the short side of the 31. They go out of the eye. 2 backs behind Roulette, who's under center, single receiver either side. Takes it off of the middle. Velez will get a gain of about 2. A great open field tackle as Velez bounces off of that one. That's Harlan Badger on the tackle. If Velez bounces off of that one, he is going to find that outside edge and really tear it up. It's a gain of none. I'm saying maybe gain of 1. But either way, 3rd and 10. Down to 6 minutes to play in the half. Single receiver either side. They go to the eye once again. Northern Heights looks like they're going to bring the house. Hand it off to Velez. Velez dancing, staying inside the sideline. Shakes off of one, is pushed out of bounds. Leo D. Donder on the tackle or the push out of bounds as he gets up to the 44. So another great rush from Velez up to 42 yards with the touchdown as well. 6-0 with 5:48 remaining in this second quarter. Out of the shotgun. He's out to Baker Moore on the flats. Shakes off of one defender. He's got first down yardage down the far sideline. Jukes inside and lays the boomstick as he's taken down across midfield down to about the 32 of Central Heights territory, rather Northern Heights territory.
Wildcat territory. That's good for Central Heights. First down and 10.
The Wildcats under pressure once again. Pass game for Roulette, 3 of 6, 56 yards. Baker Moore, that's his first reception of the day for 24. Down to 5 minutes, 5:15. Ball to 32. Roulette hands it off. Falling forward. Possibly a yard. It looks like they might give him 1.5 from Bryson Velez.
Second down and 9.
Velez, who has done a great job so far throwing the football, has done it a couple of times. 3 of 6 for 56. He's overthrown a couple, but with how cold it is, has seen no problems. They send 10 receivers out to the near side with Velez on the hip of Roulette in the backfield. Roulette dropping back, wants it over this near side. There was Jose Velez, who was thinking about the end zone before he was able to secure the pass. Was wide open at about the 25. Caught it, looked like he was going to surely bring it in, nobody around him. He turned his head upfield and did not take the ball with him. So 3rd and 9. Again, go I. Single receiver either side. Looks like Dustin Smith on this near side. Hand it off, Bryson Velez. Shoots like a cannon. Out through the hole, dives forward, is taken down just shy of first down yardage.
Velez on the carry. And on the stop was number 51.
Down to about the 23. Right in the middle, 22.5 is what it probably should be. So 4th and 1. Got to get the 1 yard. We'll see if maybe Roulette just kind of pushes this one forward, the brotherly shove, as some have dubbed it. 3:42, and they drew him offside. So with 3:40 remaining, Northern Heights gives up a very tough penalty. Going to give Central Heights first down.
First down and 10. That's girls.
Offsides on that defensive line. Move them up. About the 17. 18, I guess, because that would be 5. Not sure what the heck happened there. Another offside penalty.
Encroachment against Northern.
Looked like that was possibly the number 8. Gabe Beck thought he might have had the snap count down, ran right through the defensive or the offensive line into the backfields, and instead, I'll repeat the down. 1st and 5 from about the 13 of Northern Heights, 3:40. Central Heights trying to go up 2 scores. Out of the eye, Roulette drops back to pass. Wants it into the end zone. Nobody there, actually. Possibly could have been picked off. Looks like Stromont's in the end zone. Slipped as he tried to switch his direction. And went right over his head as he slipped. 6-0. Central Heights scored on the first drive. We haven't seen anybody find the end zone just yet. Both teams have had opportunities. Northern Heights was sitting at about the 12-yard line after a penalty on their last drive. They lost possession at about the 22 after some penalties that did not help them. Out of the shotgun, single receiver either side with one on the hip of Roulette in the backfield. Roulette going to tuck it himself. Fakes through one tackler, falls forward. That's got to be first down yardage, you'd think. Down to about the 6. And it will be another first down. Roulette getting it down. After another rush on the day, I don't think he's really rushed it that much. 3 rushes for 11. That does count any sacks he's had going backwards. I don't think he's gone backwards just yet. They send twin receivers out to the near side. Actually, go trips out to the near side. Warren looks like Smith out here to this near side. Flag comes flying out. That's Roulette just going to have to eat it. And encroachment again. I believe it's half the distance. Up to about the 3. First and goal out of the shotgun. And they send 3 receivers to this near side. Roulette dropping back to pass. Has Baker Moore on the flat. He was eaten up as he catches the football. My goodness. Flattened, some would say. The Thunder is right there to make sure no advancement going to happen. Actually, a loss of yardage. Lost 2. So second down and goal from the 5 now. That's the loss of 2. They go out of the shotgun again. Hand it off up the middle. Bouncing out Spalez into the end zone. No problem. Bryson Velez a 5-yard rush. His second touchdown of the day. Tacks it on. It's 12-0 pending the, well, we saw a 2-point conversion last time. No kicker, it seems. That's going to come out for the Vikings. And indeed, looks like the offense going to stay back out there. Roulette gets the play call, going to come back out onto the fields as Northern Heights getting some substitutions off of the bench for this impending 2-point conversion. The last one, Bryson Velez was cut short, just shy of the goal line, about the 1 or 2. Shotgun with Velez to his left. Roulette hands it off to Velez. Lowers the shoulder. Takes Woodrow with him and into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion is good. Velez, recipient of all 14 points so far. 2:26. So Central Heights up 14-0. We're right back with the KOFO Game of the Week. You're listening to Central Heights versus Northern Heights here on KOFO.
This is Ryan Wilkerson, and at Impact Wealth Planners, we work with you to provide comprehensive financial planning to focus on the long term, allowing you to have peace of mind through the market's ups and downs. Call Impact Wealth Planners today at 785-214-6500 or visit impactwealthplanners.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial. Investment advice offered through ViewWealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor.
In addition to auto repairs and maintenance, Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offers a wide variety of new tires in a full range of sizes and brands. And they offer computer balancing, tire rotation, and flat repairs. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook.
Since 1899, Gobbert State Service Bank has worked side by side with friends and neighbors to help shape the future of our community. The Gobbert State Service Bank offers a full range of banking services for every need. The Gobbert State Service Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Your pets can suffer from seasonal allergies too, with annoying itching on their faces, feet, and ears that can last for days. Ottawa Veterinary Hospital can help them ditch the itch with allergy medication specifically formulated for small animals. And not so small ones too. Call 785-242-3538 today for a less itchy tomorrow.
So after the touchdown by Bryson Velez and the 2-point conversion by the same man, 14-0 Central Heights on top, 2:26 remaining in the half. Here in this KOFO game of the week, Central Heights versus Northern Heights, Vikings versus Wildcats. Kickoff from right to left. Booming kick. The wind at his back. Fielded at about the 5 for 10 and flattened at the 25. Number 9, Trip Stormont fields it at the 10. Takes it up to the 25. A great hit from the quarterback, Brody Roulette. You play both ways. Down here it's Summertown High School football. Woodrow under center, trips out to the left side, one on the near side, one on the backfield. They flip it to Beck, who is immediately taking down a flag. Looked like it came in on the backside. Is that just something flying? I believe that was just something flying.
Number 8 gave Beck on the carry. On the stop,
Beck gain of about 2.
Short gain on the play will bring up second down.
Move up to across the 25 to about, say, the 26. Woodrow rolling out to his right, has to dance around one defender, has 2 right behind him. He'll have to run his way out of bounds. Thought he wanted to let it fly, but last time he did that, it went right through the hands of Bryson Velez. As it will be a gain of about 1. Marking with a 27. 3rd and 8, possibly. It's 3rd and 7. They might give him on that. The Vikings defense has done a great job so far putting a cap on this Northern Heights offense. First drive, 3 plays, -6. Second drive, 4 plays of 6. And their last drive, the most successful, 8 plays of 36 yards. 1:33 remaining here. 14-0 out of the shotgun. Woodrow rolls to his left. Has a blocker out in front of him. Lets it fly. It's batted down at the line.
Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Sure who it was who batted it down. Looked like Jose Velez, the number 9 over there, but an incomplete pass nonetheless. Now 4 of 9 for 53 yards is Woodrow. And it'll be a 4th down. Forced to punt once again is Northern Heights down to 128. Central Heights have to boot, scoot, and boogie to get themselves another touchdown here, as the punt is a favorable location here. Baker Moore lays the shoulder down to the 35. Fielded at about the 50.
So about a 24-yard punt. 15 yards.
Down to the 35.
5-yard punt on the play and about a 15-yard return.
15-yard return from Baker Moore. And put it at the 35 of the Wildcats. Northern Heights again under some pressure. 1:19 remaining. Dual receivers either side. With Roulette's empty backfield. I'm going to let him air it out. Grab this touchdown. Roulette drops back to pass. Lets it fly out into the flat. Bryson Velez catches, jukes past 1. Has first down yardage. Has green grass in front of him. Shakes past a safety and is tripped up at the 15. 14 is where they'll give it to him. My goodness. Bryson Velez, who has made his mark all over this game, up to the 14. In empty field, or in the open field, he is just so hard to take down. As again, they'll send two receivers either side of the shotgun with Roulette. They're going to be content to throw this one into the end zone. Roulette's over the middle, easy, wide open, caught. Central Heights touchdown once again.
Pass complete to number 20, Ben Teagarden, touchdown.
Ben Teagarden, the junior tight end, pitch and catch over the middle. For a touchdown for Central Heights. First passing touchdown from Roulette this evening. We're up to 20-0 for Central Heights. Looking for 22 as they'll send Bryson Velez to the right, down to the shotguns. Two receivers to the near side, one out wide to the far. Roulette towards the end zone, off the hands. A couple of Wildcats on the breakup as it was intended for Jose Velez. 2-point conversion. Moves null and void, 20-0. We'll keep it right here. We're just 40 seconds away from halftime. 20-0 our score here on the KOFO Game of the Week. It's been a fun one so far. A game that started off very slow, a long 8-minute drive for Central Heights. Went 11 plays, 58 yards for the touchdown that was knocked in by Bryson Velez. The defense would come out and do a great job, as they have done the entirety of this game. Central Heights, in total, I'll have to add up the yards. That's 38 total yards of offense given up by this Central Heights defense. I believe that's correct. Penalties have not helped this Northern Heights team either. 5 for 34. 5 penalties for 34 yards. 40.9 remaining. It will be Bryson Velez to kick off, as he has throughout this season. 22-0. Central Heights on top. Northern Heights will receive. Again, going right to left for the last time of this half. They'll flip it around after halftime. So we're going to have a longer halftime, as probably some homecoming events, as Velez moves this one towards the end zone. Back there is Stormont. It's on the grass. He is finally able to recover it at the 16. Sketchy all the way around. Was very close to giving that one right back to the Vikings with about 16 yards to go and about 40 seconds, down to 36.6. We'll see what Northern Heights has in store here. Not sure if they're going to do anything just yet, or if they will just take this one at halftime. Down by 3 scores. They start the play clock, 36.6. Woodrow under center with the back behind him. They will hand it off. Bouncing it out wide to Donder. Out towards the far sideline. Stops in its tracks to take him down. Oh, marker on the 25. Donder got a gain of about 9. We'll say he stepped out of bounds. So we'll stop the clock, 26 flat. Second down and 6. As Woodrow comes off of the sideline. Bring the play into his teammates. Rushing the ball has been a problem so far. That's the first real positive rush we've seen so far. As the Donders still negative yardage on the day so far. -3 after that big rush. Twin receivers either side. Woodrow under some pressure, sacked again in the backfield.
Number 1, Cooper Woodrow, was sacked by number 60, Landon Lopez.
Landon Lopez on the sack once again. I believe that's his second of the day.
And that will be the final play of the first half.
And that will end the first half. Back to the 15 they went, so lots of 5s. I marked that down in the stats book. But a dominant first half for Northern Heights, or rather, pardon me, Central Heights, as they go into the locker room up 20-0. We'll take a break and see if we can get you some scores from around the area and around Kansas. As we get, I know we have Bonner Springs and OHS. We'll see if we can get you that score over on 1220 103.7 FM. You're listening to the Game of the Week here from Central Heights.
Jason Stone King, owner of All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating.
Safety training is important to us because, number one, we don't want anybody getting hurt, especially our technicians. Also, we want to make sure that when they are inspecting your equipment, that the equipment is inspected properly and that you don't have any safety issues.
Call All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating and now Plumbing at 8888 Airman, or visit their new location at 233 West 23rd in South Ottawa, keeping you comfortable in all seasons.
At CarStar Ottawa, we offer comprehensive auto body services, from repairing minor dents and dings to restoring your vehicle to pre-accident condition. CarStar Ottawa, 402 North Main Street. Relax, we'll take it from here.
It's no secret that many of our youth are engaging in risky behaviors at earlier and earlier ages. We at Life Care Center of Ottawa are working to stem that tide by educating middle and high school students in Franklin and surrounding counties using our Relationships Under Construction curriculum. The week-long program is for grades 6 through 9 and takes students on a journey to recognize and avoid the pitfalls of poor lifestyle and relationship choices. RUC meets the state's requirements for sex education. Bring Relationships Under Construction to your school. Call 785-242-4500.
Whether you're tackling an opponent on the field or tackling a weekend project at home, injuries happen. When they do, you'll be glad Advent Health Ottawa's emergency department and board-certified staff is there to help get you back in the game. At Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you. Visit adventhealthottawa.com.
Each year, more than 3.5 million older adults are victims of financial exploitation in the U.S. Many are afraid to report it, but taking action prevents additional victims. Here's what you can do. Stop. Don't interact with the scammers. Verify the source with a trusted person and report it right away if you think you've been scammed. Call 1-800-922-5330 to report. Sponsored by the state of Kansas and aired in cooperation with the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Back here in Richmond, Kansas, I'm Blake Griffin of the KOFO Game of the Week. If you're just joining us, welcome in. You missed an action-packed first half as Central Heights rattled off 3 touchdowns. You got the bands out here for Central Heights. They got Green Day going out there. They got the electric guitar and the marching bands out there. Never going to turn down a little Green Day. September has ended, so, we don't know if we're going to get that song in particular. I'll give you some scores from around the area. Some halftime scores in Wellsville 14, Prairie View 13. A Wellsville team that has ran through opponents, to say the least, over the last the whole season in general. They're up at 5-0. A team that has been leaning on the arm of Willie Dorsey, who is up to about 1,300 yards passing going into this week. 14-13 is not a score we kind of expected them to be at so far at halftime. A team that has not scored less than 35 points per game on the year, and defensively has not given up anything more than 3 touchdowns. So we'll keep an eye on that one. That's going to be an interesting one. We will be out at Wellsville next week for the KOFO Game of the Week, but we're kind of hoping to see an undefeated season from them. Anyway, Jayhawk Lynn 12, Pleasanton 0 at halftime. Iola 21, Girard nothing. Chanute 21, Fort Scott nothing. And that's about all we've got so far in terms of teams in the area. Here it's 20-0. We'll take in the band for a couple of minutes and send it back to the station. When we come back, we'll give you a recap on the last half. 20-0, as I mentioned, our score. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week. Central Heights Vikings versus the Northern Heights Wildcats. You're listening here on KOFO.
Does experience matter when your vehicle needs repairs? It does at Beanie's Body Shop and Repair in Ottawa. Our mechanics have decades of experience in the business of making sure you and your vehicle are safe on the road. When you need repairs and peace of mind, call 785-242-4082.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Our desire is to provide the very best in funeral service. Our commitment has helped us reach that goal. We will always strive to reach higher. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary, setting the standard for funeral service.
When it comes to jewelry, the fit is important, not just on your finger, but on your wallet. Hi, this is Lindsay Sutton at Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa, where we work to fit your ring to fit your budget. Diamonds come in all shapes and sizes and price ranges. The last thing we want is for you to think you can't afford a beautiful new ring. Come see our selection at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main, downtown, where there's no high-pressure sales. We just want to be sure the fit on your finger matches the fit on your finances. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry.
Kansans with disabilities and senior citizens are 3 times more likely to be crime victims. If you are a Kansas senior citizen or a Kansan with a disability and you are a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 877-776-1541. We may be able to help you with your civil legal matter. Contact us at 877-776-1541 or drckansas.org. Once again, if you are a Kansas senior or a Kansan with a disability who is a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 877-776-1541 or drckansas.org. We may be able to help you with your civil legal matter. The content of this radio ad is sponsored by the Disability Rights Center of Kansas and this station. It is supported by a VOCA grant awarded through the Federal Office for Victims of Crime as administered by the Kansas Governor's Grants Program. It does not necessarily reflect the views of the Office of the Kansas Governor or the U.S. Department of Justice.
Back here in Richmond, Kansas. So that's fully set. We are fully under the lights. The dance team now takes the field and are dancing out there at the midfield. Got a score on the Ottawa game. That's on 1220, 103.7 FM. 37-0 Ottawa on top of Bonner Springs. That's Luke Queen calling that over there. A game that seems to have gotten out of hand, and I thought our game had gotten out of hand a little bit. 37-0 at the halftime over there is crazy. As that Ottawa offense full-powered and pushing. Here it's 20-0. We'll give you, actually, we just got another one in. Lewisburg 22, Tongi 15. And then we'll round out things and scores in the area. For our game, give you team stats first. For the trailing team, Northern Heights, just the 4 first downs. 11 rushes for negative 26 yards is the sacks factoring into that as well in terms of rushing yards. 4 receptions for 53 yards on the passes and 4 of 9 for Woodrow. 5 penalties for 34 yards that have been the true bane of this Northern Heights existence as they had it down to the 12. We're knocking on the door after an unsportsmanlike contact penalty from Central Heights, and then a couple of holds, and then another hold moved them back to 10, 15 yards, and all of a sudden they're sitting there at the 20, 25-yard line and are unable to punch it in with no first down marker. It was goal to go at that point. So just beating themselves up. When they've played well, they've played well. We looked at a couple of these drives so far. They've stopped Central Heights, stopped them twice back-to-back. The turnover on downs, 5 plays, 24 yards, and then the fumble on the third drive for the Vikings. But the last two drives for Central Heights have ended in touchdowns. We'll give you those stats right now. Central Heights, 13 first downs, 23 rushes for 112 yards as a team, 6 receptions for 89 yards, all those 89 yards coming off the arm of Brody Roulette. 6 of 12 passing for him, including a passing touchdown as well. One fumble that was lost, 3 penalties for 25 yards, including that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that would have proved very, very, very deadly if that holding penalty was not given on Northern Heights and by virtue moved them back a couple of yards. 2 of 4 on third down, 1 of 2 on fourth down. And I'll give you some leaders as well on that team. Bryson Velez, 9 rushes for 56 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Colton Coswell right behind him, 4 rushes for 23 yards. We haven't seen Coswell out there so much as Velez really kind of got his legs and they really ran the football well in the end of that first half. Throwing the football, we mentioned Brody Roulette, 6 of 11 for 89 yards and 1 touchdown. His favorite target so far has been Baker Moore, 2 receptions for 22 yards. Bryson Velez, 1 reception for 21 yards. Jose Velez, 1 reception for 21 yards. Ben Teagarden, 1 reception for 14 yards, which was the touchdown. And Reed Compton, 1 touchdown for 12 yards. About 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in this halftime as we'll to the back of the station for another break. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week here from Richmond, Kansas. The Central Heights Vikings versus the Northern Heights Wildcats, 20-0. At halftime, you're listening to it here on KOFO.
Are you a know-it-all, a smarty pants?
Oh, a wise guy, huh?
And just want the opportunity to show off all that knowledge?
You'll get your chance, smart guy.
Well, we're giving you that chance with KOFO and Primetime Grill Trivia Night every first and third Wednesday of the month. Only at Primetime Grill. We start at 7 o'clock with questions, music, and visual clues for you and your team to answer.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Enjoy all your favorites from the Primetime Grill menu and bar on Trivia Night every first and third Wednesday. It's free, and you could win prizes from Primetime Grill and KOFO.
A message from Cover Kansas. Don't lose Medicaid coverage in 2023. CanCare members need to update and verify their contact information. If your address with CanCare is not up to date, you could lose Medicaid or CHIP coverage this year. Go to cancare.ks.gov and click the red chat icon to update or verify your info today. Sponsored by Community Care Network of Kansas and aired in cooperation with the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Olivia, from Washington. Laid off and trying to keep our little kids from realizing that Mommy and Daddy haven't eaten in a while.
Roger, from California. I'm grateful we could afford our son's surgery. I'm nervous that now we can't really afford food.
Daniel, from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Keisha from South Carolina. I've been skipping meals so my 2 kids can eat, but filling up on water doesn't really work.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back here in Richmond, Kansas, on the campus of Central Heights. Halftime just winding down as Central Heights takes the field for their warm-ups in this halftime break. And here comes Northern Heights as well. Let's see if we can get you any more scores from around the area. There's our game, Central Heights 20, Northern Heights 0. There's around Free State's 28, Shawnee Mission North 6. Let's mention the 14-13 matchup with Wellsville. I think we're I have to very much keep an eye on that going forward. It was Bishop Ward 14, Santa Fe Trail 6. As that was a first quarter score. Keeping an eye on that Santa Fe Trail team because going to see Wellsville take on Santa Fe Trail. I believe it's next week. As we will head on the road. We'll take KOFO Game of the Week on the road. We've normally just been in the home press boxes, so we'll see if good old Santa Fe Trail is going to be nice to us up there and give us a spot, especially with how cold it's going to be getting over these next couple of weeks. You know, it's football season. We hope that we get in the press box, and if we don't, we bring layers. Is how it's going. I remember last year calling 8-man football. It got very, very, very cold as went out for a playoff game and did not know if I was going to be in the press box or not. I wore 3 pairs of pants, a long sleeve, a sweater over that, and then a sweatshirt and a big coat over that. I believe the game time kickoff was like it was about 25 degrees wind. So it's not something you want to be playing in, much less sitting and watching, trying to make things interesting for the fans and the viewing pleasure at home. Another halftime score has rolled in. Eudora 60 and Schlegel 0. That is a big rout for Eudora, as Ottawa took on Eudora a couple weeks ago. But about 2 minutes remaining here in this halftime, 2:40-30. Again, we'll give you some stats, and we'll give you some second half predictions here when we come up after this next break. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week here from Richmond, Kansas on KOFO.
Have you ever thought about why listening to the radio is better for you than spending all your time staring at your phone? We are hands-free, so in the car, you can keep your eyes on the road, where they should be. We don't need your personal information, so you don't have to worry about spam from us. And all you have to do is listen, not waste your time scrolling through an endless sea of recipes, memes, and cat videos. Radio, the original social media, and your source for information and entertainment at 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO. What do you do when you need your local KOFO news, weather, sports, and entertainment, but you're not in the car or near the radio? First of all, don't panic. We know you don't want to miss out, so we've created a solution. Visit the all-new KOFO.com, and your problem is solved. Right there at the top of the page, you'll find the big red arrow that says Listen Live. Click it, and you'll enjoy all of the news, weather, sports, and entertainment with our KOFO live stream. Powered on all devices by your local Premier Heating and Cooling and now Plumbing Company. All seasons air conditioning and heating. The KOFO live stream brings you everything you hear on 1220 and 103.7 FM. And if you're not by the computer, you can ask Alexa to play KOFO or download the KOFO app on your phone. We're making it easy and convenient to take KOFO wherever you go. Anytime, anywhere. So if you can't listen on air, go online to stay caught up with everything you need. Just visit us now at the all-new KOFO.com.
Back here in Richmond, Kansas. This is both teams back out on the fields. About 40 some odd seconds before we get second half action back underway. 20-0 our score. Thank you so much for tuning in on a cold Friday night. No, we might have a couple extra listeners tonight if they don't want to bear the colder weather. I say cold, but you're not quite down into the freezing temperatures just yet. But it's definitely a shock, considering I believe we were up in the 90s, high of 93 as early as Wednesday, I believe, last week or this week. So a cold front definitely blowing its way in. Tomorrow going to be decently cold as well for our soccer feature, as we will have men's and women's soccer for Ottawa University. They take on Tabor. As I'll try to get you the kickoff time. I believe it's 1 o'clock and 3:30. 1 o'clock for the women's and 3:30 for the men's. It is 1 o'clock for the women and 3:30 for the men, as it is a Tabor special all the way around women's volleyball on the road out in Hillsboro, taking on Tabor again as well. Women's volleyball team doing very well. The men's and women's soccer team doing very well, both on 2-game win streaks after a good week this week with some very good victories. We'll look to see what they have in store tomorrow. Tabor, a team that can give both teams fits. I know they had a great keeper for the men's team last year. We'll see if he has returned and he's still putting up those numbers, but we're back here for the second half. Goff going to go left to right, or pardon me, right to left. As Velez will send that one down to about the 15. It's fielded across the 20 to the 25. He stood up the 23 and dragged down. So 3 to the 23, pardon me.
First down to 10 for the Wildcats.
So 1st and 10 at the 23. So they'll start at 22 and a half. It's right smack dab in the middle between the 20 and the 25. See what Northern Heights has in store. Needing to really get things going in this second half. They trailed by 3 scores and have not looked good offensively all night long. We mentioned under 100, I believe under 50 total yards of offense. One back in the backfield under center is Woodrow. Hard counts. Adjust the play call. And the flag comes out. Delay of game is going to be called. Oh, false start, actually.
Number 3, Leo Tino on the carry. But before the play got up, we had a false start, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat that.
So back to the 18. They go. On the false start, first false start we've seen. Another penalty hurting this Northern Heights team. Official stats: 6 penalties for 40 yards. One of the backfield to Woodrow. Out of the shotgun, rolls out to his left, airs it out through the hands of a Viking, and down to the grass it goes.
That's going to bring up second down.
Another incomplete pass, and an incompletion to almost a Viking for Woodrow. Cooper Woodrow, the 5'10" freshman out of this Northern Heights team. Listed at 130 on the weight. Gotta get that guy into the weight room a little bit. Gotta start putting on some muscle. He'll go out of the shotgun, looks like actually under center. I formation. Receivers to this near side. They pitch it into the backfield. Donder. Gain of looks like about 2. They get it back to the 18 or 19.
No gain on the play. That'll bring up third down.
Oh, no gain. The marker on the far side is hard to see, to be honest. It's kind of bending a little bit. The rush for nothing will bring up third down. And again, this Northern Heights team struggles to rush the football. Just 12 rushes and are negative. If you take out the rushing yards that are sacks, which is negative 21, you are still negative 5 yards in total. Under center Woodrow. Flag comes flying out of the back. Looks like maybe again we're going to see a delay of game. Indeed we do. So with a delay game, moving back another 5.
5-yard penalty, repeat the damage.
And another penalty to the list for Northern Heights. Back to the 13. Third down with 10:45 remaining in this third quarter. Under center, Woodrow flips it out on the pass, dancing around the backfield, picks up a block as he comes to this near side. Still looking to pass, throws it up in the middle, off the hands, chest pads, everything for Central Heights as 4 different Vikings converged at the 40. None of them came up with it. It falls flat to the earth, and it will be 4th down.
Where's it at?
Back to about the 14-13 is where it sits. So I'm going to get a punt here with heels on the 45. Over is Moore, who will watch it bounce. It will be Central Heights football. Didn't quite see if Baker Moore was able to get out of the way of it. That's why I was a bit concerned. Is just down at the guy of the 45. We'll call it 46 on the right side of the going right to left now. 10-22, 20-0. Central Heights on top. Put Jose Velez in motion, and a flag going to come out, false start. That'll back them up 5 yards.
False start against the Vikings. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat the damage.
Moving back across into their own territory at the 49. Back to the 49 is where they will go. Called the 50. Roulette rolling to his right. Wants to air it out over the middle. It's off the hands of not one but 2 players. It went off the hands of, looks like, Baker Moore, and then off the hands of a defender right behind him. So the pass incompletes. Will make it a 2nd down and 14 once again. 10-17. Out of the eye, Roulette with 2 backs behind him. Single receiver either side. And it off the lens, bounces out to the near side. Has 1 blocker in front of him, pushes his blocker around. Banks off of 1 tackle. He's got green grass in front of him. There he goes. 10-5 touchdown. Bryson Velez. A 51-yard touchdown run. He had a little bit of help blocking, but man, it's too slippery to be taken down. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. 106 yards now, 3 touchdowns on 10 rushes, over 10 yards a carry. 10-33. So go for 2 once again, put the far receiver in motion. Roulette rolls to his right, over into the back of the end zone. Is he in? Yes, he is. Caught for the 2-point conversion. Jose Velez in the back of the end zone. Wide open 2-point conversion is good. 28-0 for Central Heights. We'll give it right here as we give you the stats on that drive. Just 2 plays, 50 yards, as he had that penalty, move them back across the 50, and handed that ball off. Velez again getting it going with his legs. 10 rushes for 106 with 3 touchdowns, including the 2-point conversion as well. So they'll send out kick teams who get to a 4-score. Good old Abraham Lincoln 4-score. And 10:03 remaining. Mason Velez come out to kick. Actually, he did not like the ball he had. Or maybe they had an extra one out there. And that is why folks he does not throw the football. That's why he runs the football. Just throw it back to the sideline, and it was a duck. That's for sure. He runs the football and runs it well. Kicking off right to left. Booms this one towards the end zone. Right in the chest of Beck, who shakes off a 1-tackler, but his gang tackled down just shy of the 20. We'll see if they probably mark him at the 20.
Back on the return. He brings the ball back out to the 20-yard line. It will be first down and 10.
And they do give it out to the 20. First and 10 from the 20 is where they will take over here in this third quarter. Drive number 2 on their second half so far. Punted on the first one. Down to 9:55. And as they hand the ball off the middle, DeDonder bouncing to his left, shakes off a 1-tackler, still in the open field, is dragged down. Looked like he had first down yardage, and they're going to give it to him 31-yard line. The rush of just about 11 on that one. They'll move the chains. Move it forward a little bit, actually, a little 32. The first down for Northern Heights. Trail by 4 scores, 28-0. Clock continues to roll. 9:28. With 2 backs behind Woodrow I formation. Woodrow rolling to his right. In the backfield, 3 Vikings converge and take him down. Another loss, a big one this time for Woodrow. Back to the 25.
Number 1, Cooper Woodrow on the carry.
So they almost take away the entirety of the rush of DeDonder, who got them up to about the 36, 37, move them all the way back to the 25. Or pardon me, the 32 to the 35. Either way, a loss of 7. Again, in the 17, second and 18, they have on the scoreboard here. 1 receiver either side. Out of the eye once again. Looks like DeDonder on the carry. Has some positive yardage, is hit out of bounds as he crosses the 35 to the 37. Bounced it out wide, had a nice hole.
On the carry.
Didn't quite see who I had on the carry. I was trying to find it. I couldn't tell it was Gabe Beck or not. That goes out to receiver spots. I don't think it was. So the rush moves them up to 38. Hand it off again, fighting DeDonder across first down yardage.
Number 3, Leo DeDonder on the carry. And on the stop, number 17, Chase Bones.
And you can get first down yardage, move it across to
Wildcats pick up a first down at about the
44.
44-yard line.
After that game is 6. Finally into the positives as Northern Heights has just struggled the entirety of this game to get anything going. Woodrow again going to hand it off up the middle. Eaten up. Right at the line of scrimmage is stood up.
Number 9, Trip Stormont on the carry.
Trip Stormont's son that carries. We get a new running back in there. I haven't seen Dudonder get anything else. But he is unsuccessful. 7-10 remaining here in the third quarter. 28-0. And a long second down for Northern Heights. Woodrow flips it out into the backfield, immediately eaten up.
Number 3, Leo Dudonder on the carry.
Jose Velez in the backfield stops another tackle for a loss. Moves them back to the 40. And we'll give them only a loss of 5. Could have had more if let the play out. After the 40, 3rd and 15. See what Northern Heights has. Now they're 3rd and long. Single receiver either side. Woodrow has not been very good throwing the football. He rolls out to his right. Has a receiver down deep. Flag comes flying in. He's out of bounds at about the original line of scrimmage. We'll see what this flag is. It came skipping across the grass up to the 47, but we'll see where this penalty will leave us. Will be holding. So taking it right off of the board. Didn't even matter. Hold the move all the way back. And again, penalties continue to plague this Northern Heights team. Wildcats with 8 penalties for 55 yards. To the 30. 3rd down and 25. Needing to get all the way up to the other 35. Woodrow out of the shotgun. Pump fakes. Wants to air it out deep. Couple of Vikings there. It's picked off at the 50. Ball comes loose. Diving back on it are the Vikings.
Pass is intercepted by number 7, Baker Moore.
Like Baker Moore got the interception.
Fumbled and covered back up by the Vikings.
Not sure who fell on the ball. But down to about the 43, 44. So Central Heights trying to go up 5 touchdowns. It's 28-0, 5:32. Roulette out of the empty backfield, fires it over the middle. 2 receivers there. Nobody was looking at him.
Thrown over the middle. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
And receiver looked like he was open over the middle. Was not expecting to get the football. So falls to the grass, and we'll go 2nd down and 10. You're in the 3rd quarter. Central Heights scored in just 2 plays on their first drive of the half. And have the same sort of efficiency here as a hard count will draw the Wildcats offside. And I'll move them again.
Encroachment against the Wildcats. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat to down.
Trying to do quick math here. 48. There we go, 38. You know, a communications major, not a math major. So the little in-betweeners take a more than just a second to process. They go I formation. Like maybe Bryson Velez down at the tailback. One receiver either side. Roulette's took too much time, and the flag, that will be delay of game and moving back to 5 yards. So back to the 44 we go. Something about the number 44, I suppose. Really getting this going. So back to 2nd and 10. No time is coming off the clock. Twin receivers to this near side, one out to the far side. Let out of the shotgun. That's it flying. It's caught Reed Compton. Finally downs. He was sitting on top of a defender. I thought he might have been able to get himself off the defender and keep going. But instead, he is taken down at about the 41.
Short gain on the play will bring up 3rd down.
So just shy of the 40. 3rd down and 8-ish to go. And again, go out of the shotgun. Twin receivers either side. They put Jose Velez in motion. And the whistle, false starts. Moving back 5 yards.
Legal procedure, false start against the Vikings. That'll move them back 5 yards. And we'll repeat 3rd down.
So to the 46. With the ball spotted. 3rd down and 12. As penalties have gone back and forth. Both ticky-tack penalties back and forth for the last couple of minutes here. We've only killed a couple of seconds. Down to 4:35. Roulette out of the shotgun, rolls to his right, out of the pocket, wants it deep, airs it out. And Reed Compton out there, but again, overthrew him, had lots of extra chutzpah on the pass. We call it chutzpah. Bring out 4th down and 12. Take down to 4:25 is where the clock will stop with the incompletion. Leaving it to the 34 for 1st down yardage here. Out of the shotgun. 2 receivers far side. Roulette looks to this near side. It's caught over the middle, trying to fight for extra yardage. Diving forward. T. Garden again. Gets it done with the pass completion for a touchdown earlier. Converts a big 4th down here for the Vikings. Move it across the 30. I'm going to probably mark it at the 30, to be honest. So out of the eye. 3:55 remaining. Central Heights up 28-0. Hand it off. Armani Velez now out of the backfield. Bryce Velez, as the flag comes flying in. Bryce Velez, can't find him out there on the sidelines. It must still be on the field. Couldn't quite see him. We'll see what the flag is on. River Convention out there. 3 officials converging. Nothing called just yet. Personal foul against the Vikings.
That was after the play.
So after the play, so you give the rush to Velez up to about the 26, and then you add a penalty that takes it right back away. Personal foul moves them back to the 40. Second down, Roulette wants to let it fly. It's out of the hands of a defender for the Wildcats back there. One of the receivers had to turn into a cornerback as he was really trying to get himself under that football. Roulette just kind of threw it up there. Third and 20. Under 3 or under 3.5 at 3:23. Twin receivers either side with Armani Velez at the backfield. Roulette's gonna have to really air this one out. They go over the middle. Compton, it's thrown behind him. Compton was back at the original line of scrimmage.
Little bit behind him, so that'll bring up fourth down.
So an incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. We haven't seen Central Heights punt all day long. And with as deep as they are back here, I don't know if you're got anything up your sleeve. We'll send out Roulette's offense will stay on the field. 3:18 remaining. Single receiver either side, one of the backfields. Some extra protection on the blockers on the left. Roulette rolls to his right. There's outs over the middle. Nobody is there. Dustin Smith was the intended receiver. We do have a Viking down on the field.
Passing complete.
Still down. His helmet is off.
First down is hit. Northern Heights.
See, the trainer comes out moving kind of slowly to get himself out there. 3:13. That's Roulette's just kind of aired it out a little too much on it. As we do get him up. Try to find out who it is. Looks like Jose Velez out there. He is up and looks like he is moving off under his own power. Might have just had the wind knocked out of him as he was coming across the field. Just over 3 minutes to play in quarter number 3. This possession is turned back over to Northern Heights. Northern Heights take over for their third drive of the half. Three plays, 5 yards in the first, 7 plays, 10 yards on the second. That's your 3:13. Send Woodrow out there once again. Trips left with a single back behind him. He hands it off to that back.
There you go. All right. I'm into it.
Find out who that was. 44, looked like Harlan Badger.
Harlan Badger on the carry.
So Badger about a gain of 2.
There were 7 out on the tackle.
Moving up to the 43 is where they will probably about put this. Yeah, it's 3rd and 7. Pardon me, 2nd and 7. Clock still rolling. 2:30. It's a pleasure to see that. We will be in believe Santa Fe Trail next week for the game of the week. We'll have Wellsville. The Central Heights team kind of moved to 3-3 on the year. Woodrow rolls out to his left. Cuts up Fields. Has first down yardage. Is taken down. The flag comes flying in for the bag. Across the 50 to the 46. We'll see how many more they're going to add on here.
He's brought down by number 7, Baker Moore.
Baker Moore on the tackle. If I'm adding yards or if I'm taking yards off here. Taking them off. So possibly a block in the back.
Illegal block against the Wildcats. So that will negate the positive play.
So they moved it back from the spot of the foul, and I ended up actually gaining a yard, to be honest. So back to the 44 is where they will have it. After a, we'll call it a personal foul on that one. Timeout to be taken here. We'll take you right here. Look to see if we can find you a couple of scores from around the area. We had the Wellsville game was 14-13 with Prairie View. We had Ottawa up 37-0 over Bonner Springs. That was the just about halftime. Blue Valley Southwest 48, Blue Valley Northwest 35. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, that was the halftime score, 37-0 for Ottawa and Bonner Springs. Santa Fe Trail 30, Bishop Ward 14 at halftime. And some third quarter scores rolling in. Halftime score, West Franklin 21, Eureka 0. Third quarter scores rolling in as well as both teams back in onto the field. To be second down and 5-6-ish for the Wildcats after the big run and the 15-yard penalty that brought it all the way back. 2:08 sends Woodrow, steps back to pass over the middle. It is caught. Oh, they'll call incomplete. It skips right into the hands of Bryson Velez, who would have been a shoo-in for the KOFO Player of the Week if he picked that off. You're telling me you're getting 100-plus yards of the ground, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. I don't think anyone's going to beat that. We'll hold with bated breath as it is a 37-0 game over there for Ottawa High School. No Ottawa football this week. It's a full KCAC bye week, as next week it'll be Ottawa University on the road up in Leavenworth against St. Mary as they kick off their divisional play. Coach Nick Davis very positive about that division play, as the division that Ottawa is in is not playing very well so far. But second down and 5, 2:04. Woodrow rolling to his right, actually going to tuck it and run himself. Is eaten up in the backfield before he's able to gain a yard. They'll move him back maybe a toenail. A little cat whisker to move him back.
And on the stop, number 60, Landon Lopez. That's going to bring up 4th.
Clock keeps rolling. In at 30. Here in the third. 4th down, and the punter is out. Kind of a short punter stance here. Kicks it high into the air, down to the 40. It takes a Vikings roll up to the, well, I'm out the 42s where they'll settle it. And
a 14, 15-yard punt on the play. Vikings will take over, 1st down and 10.
That'll be Vikings ball at the, we'll see, 42. So the 119 remaining. Central Heights up by 4 scores, 28-0. See what they have in store on this final drive of the third quarter. Single receiver either side. Bryson Velez in the backfields. Well, jet sweep it out to Baker Moore. Tries to dance around the edge rusher off the far side and is tripped up.
Number 7, Baker.
He'll be taken down to the 35.
Loss of about 5 or 6 on the play is going to bring up second down.
Yeah, I'll mark him at the 35. Second and 17. The clock down. 40 seconds, 45 left on this third quarter of a longer third than we thought we'd see with how quickly that first half was. Roulette gonna let it fly, caught by Dustin Smith in the flats. Trying to bulldoze his way through one defender, is taken down just shy of the 40. They're going to mark him at the 38.
Gain of a couple yards on the play. We'll bring up third down.
Gain of 3, and that will probably bring us to the end. The first reception of the game for Dustin Smith. He's been targeted a couple of times and has not been able to bring one down. That'll bring us into the fourth quarter, 28-0, 12 minutes left to play as Central Heights look to lock this one down for their third win of the season. You're right back with more KOFO Game of the Week action. You're listening to the Central Heights Vikings versus the Northern Heights Wildcats here on KOFO.
We're talking with parents and their students on move-in day at Ottawa University.
Angie Lawton, Covington, Louisiana.
What is it you like about your son attending Ottawa University?
I love the size of the school. Love that about him. So it's smaller so he can get used to it.
And you are?
Chase Lawton.
What made you decide to pursue your education at Ottawa University?
I really like the size as well. I wasn't really happy with going with a large campus. I kind of like how I could get to know everything way faster.
Ottawa University, preparing students for a life of significance. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu.
At a time of loss, you're already dealing with grief. The cost of a funeral service shouldn't add to it. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, providing affordable services for everyone. Find out more by visiting lamb-roberts.com.
Why pay dealer prices to get your car serviced? The ASE certified technicians at Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offer the same great service, and any applicable factory warranty remains in effect. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook.
They're down in about 14 with the ball at the 38-39 of the Central Heights. Start of the fourth quarter. I'm Blake Griffin. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week. Central Heights on top, 28-0. Put one in motion. End around. Another trick play. Back to Bryson Velez up the far sideline. No one's going to catch him. A burst of speed. Broke through the hole, and no man on the field is going to be able to contain that man. So another touchdown added onto the board for Bryson Velez. Well, I was already at 106 yards with 3 touchdowns. Trying to tally this up here for the touchdown, 34-0. With a possible 2-point conversion here. 168 yards for 4 touchdowns after the last rush was 62 yards on that touchdown. 11:48. Roulette out of the shotgun. Hand it off. It is stopped short. So up to 34. 34-0 with 11:48. Keep it right here for the time being. A bit of a trick play on a long third down gives Central Heights a hole for Bryson Velez to burst right through and take it right to the house. Man is a problem, to say the least, for anybody who can't stop the run. And this Northern Heights team has, not been able to say the least. 168 yards and 11 rushes will give you the total rushing yards for Central Heights. 217 yards on the ground, 111 through the air, 9 of 22 for Brody Roulette, who has aired it out and if he was a little bit more accurate, he could be probably pushing 200 himself in the air. 11:48. Both teams come back out on the field. 34-0. Believe no running clock just yet. At least 35 is the number. .903 local time for anybody listening anywhere else. 34-0. Oh, this time a beautiful spiral from Bryson Velez. Switches out the balls for his kickoff. Here into the fourth quarter. Booming kick towards the 10. It's fumbled at the 10. Trying to find his way up for positive yardage is Stormont.
Stormont on the return. He's hit by number 15.
Maybe the 16 is where they're going to spot him at. Stormont.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats. Timeout. Northern Heights.
Timeout taken. We'll take it with them. 11:41 remaining. 34-0. You're listening to KOFO Game of the Week here on KOFO. Yep. On the 16, first and 10 for Northern Heights. 34-0. Thank you so much for joining us here for the KOFO Game of the Week. I'm Blake Griffin. Two receivers to the near side, two to the far. They new back looks like DeDonger in for quarterback. He rolls to his right and lets it fly. Gabe Beck on the pitch and catch. We'll see where they spot it. That's about the 25. Looking for a new quarterback as they trail by 5 scores. 34-0. Up to the 20. Got a gain of 4. Oh, pardon me, up to the 24. So second down and 2. They're going to let it fly to the near side again. Caught by Beck. Across the 25.
Still on the stop was number 2, Bryson Velez. That's good for a Wildcat. First down.
So out to the 27. So a change of quarterback for Northern Heights with Yonder airing it out the last couple of plays. And then a lot more success than Woodrow has. 10:48. Yonder going to roll to his right, eaten up in the backfield. Taken down, that's going to be a sack and a flag on the far side. So down to the 20-yard line, we'll see what the flag is.
There is a flag on the play.
Was it going to be a loss of 7? The officials look to see where they're going to move the ball from. So a face mask. Going to move them up from the line of scrimmage. That looks like.
face mask, 5-yard penalty.
So an inadvertent face mask. We'll move it up to the 31. So Northern Heights rushes back out onto the field. It's first down and 5. With just under 10. Snap taken, falling forward, trying to fight their way up through the middle, and nothing doing. Trip Stormonts, who I had originally as the quarterback for Northern Heights coming into today. Gonna rush that one for no gain. Stormont, I had coming into that. This one as the quarterback was listed as the quarterback in terms of stats for the only game they have stats for on Max Preps. Take down to just about 9 at 9:05. High formation. Handoff. Planted into Donder, trying to have first down yardage. The ball is on the ground. It's out, sits loose. Flag comes flying in on the pile.
Yellow bird flies at the end.
Vikings look like they have it. And they do.
By Central Heights.
So Donder gets up to the 40 and then fumbles. Officials trying to figure out what's going on here. They're going to move it back.
Personal foul on Central Heights after the recovery. So a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the recovery. And it will be first down and 10.
The personal foul will move it back to the 45 after 15. On the Central Heights 45, they will take over. After the change of possession, I try to get everything going for that. A lot happening on the all in all as a pass gets out quick. Bree Compton going to be tackled in the backfield for second down.
Raylene Harris.
So down to the 44 we go after the loss of yardage. Pass went to Compton for the loss of yardage. Snap taken. Handoff up the middle. Burst of speed. Bryson Velez shakes off into the secondary. He's lost, and again, he loses the football. He didn't like take the ball with him. Holy crap. Up to the 25 is where he lost the ball. 26 is where they'll bring it. But again, just bursting out of the backfield and finding himself a hole up to the secondary and just lost the ball. Couple of words as he comes off the field. Up to the 26 into Northern Heights territory. Roulettes out of the backfield in the shotgun. Justin Moore to the near side. One of the backfield. Armani Velez is going to take the handoff, trying to find his way to the line of scrimmage. He is taken down. Looks like a gain of just a couple.
Short game. That'll bring him second down.
So I'll mark him actually at the 25, so only got the 1 yard on the rush. Second down and 8. With 6:30 remaining here in quarter number 4. 34-0 Central Heights on top. Roulette out of the backfield in shotgun. Pitches it into the backfields. Good balance to stay up. Reed Compton, as he was hitting the backfield, is able to get himself back to the line of scrimmage. Just about possibly. The third down, 9 to go, 5:55. Central Heights trying to hold on for win number 3. They came in 2-3 after a tough loss last week. Snapped the 2-game win streak. So with the third down and long, they'll send twin receivers either side. Roulette in the backfield. Down to 5:30. Roulette wants to pass, back to pass. Fires over the middle, caught by Baker Moore. On the slants, shakes off of one defender, still on his feet, towards the end zone and into the end zone for a touchdown. Baker Moore shaking it off. Taylor Swift style. Dances his way into the end zone off a couple of tacklers, and it's 40-0. Second passing touchdown for Brody Roulette, as he comes up to 138 yards for 2 touchdowns. Baker Moore now 47 yards on 3 receptions for a touchdown. 5:21 mark here in quarter number 4. I'll send the offense out there once again. Bryson Velez with Roulette in the backfields. Roulette rolling to his right, fires into the end zone, caught touch, or pardon me, 2-point conversion.
The 2-point conversion is good.
Looking like T-Yard once again. So a 2-point conversion is good. Moving up to 42, back to the 7s. 42-0. 5:21 remaining. In this fourth quarter, Central Heights is trying to put a bow on what is, I believe, that likely their most impressive one of the season in terms of offense. Look at the schedule: 29-0 and 27-0. Their 2 wins, both against Southeast and Uniontown. Both teams back out onto the fields. 5:21 remaining in quarter number 4. 42-0. You're just joining us. You have missed a lot. It's been a wild ride, a long third quarter with no scores, and all of a sudden a blast for 2 touchdowns in quarter number 4. 5 plays for 55 yards. Just about 3 minutes of real time eclipsed on that drive, including a big run from Bryson Velez and a big yard after catch from Baker Moore. Kickoff fielded at the 10. Finally, some head of steam from what looked like Beck out there, as he's taken down at the 25. Pardon me, Stormont. He took it to the 10 with really a nice head of steam. Unable to find a hole, and instead taken down at the Oh, mark at 25, 26-ish. It's kind of in that in-between yardage. Clock is running 4:40 remaining in quarter number 4. Every win has been a shutout for Central Heights, so we'll see if they have a little bit extra timeout to be taken by Northern Heights. We'll take it with them. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week, 42-0 Central Heights on top of Northern Heights when we return for more fourth quarter action here on KOFO.
Since 1899, Goppert State Service Bank has worked side by side with friends and neighbors to help shape the future of our community. The Goppert State Service Bank offers a full range of banking services for every need. The Goppert State Service Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
In addition to auto repairs and maintenance, Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offers a wide variety of new tires in a full range of sizes and brands. And they offer computer balancing, tire rotation, and flat repairs. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook. There's something for everyone at Primetime Grill. Burgers, salads, sandwiches, entrees, all the best tasting and delicious Kansas cuisine. Enjoy the full-service bar, exceptional service, one-of-a-kind atmosphere with so many screens, you'll know why they say, when it's game time, it's prime time. Primetime Grill in South Ottawa.
42-0. As it is Stormont rolling to his right out of the backfield. Pass is incomplete. They've tried a couple of different quarterbacks after Woodrow came out of the game. Stormont's incomplete for Northern Heights. We'll see what they have as he is 0 for 1 on pass attempts so far. He ran it the other time. They kind of just threw as many linemen as they can out there and let the rest go out and try to catch something. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Stormont rolls to his right. Wants to air it out deep. Right into the waiting arms of the Viking.
Pass is intercepted.
Baker Moore, second interception of the day. On to the 41, taking it down to the 41 of Central Heights territory. We'll bring it back into Vikings possession for the last 3 minutes and 10. We've got a running clock here for the last 3 minutes as we wind this game down. Let's see if Central Heights has anything they want to get done here, or if they just run the football and run the clock out. Put receivers near side, 1 out to the far side, out of the shotgun. Trouble with the snap. Diving on it is, looks like Northern Heights might have come up with it. Oh, it's going to stay Central Heights football. I thought he lost that. Come with the snap, move it all the way back. It's the first negative yardage for Brody Roulette on the fumbled snap down back to the 25. A lot of power on the snap. Second down and 25, 26. So take down to 2 minutes. They put the far receiver in motion and flags come flying out. Seen that time and again. Whenever they've put that receiver in motion, they've gotten a penalty called on the Vikings, whether it's been legal procedure or false start, which you see there, false start. So back to the 20 we go. Take it down in 30. Out of the shotgun, looking to air it out over the middle. It's off the hands of 1 and picked off by Northern Heights. Oh, Carrollman, the freshman, picks it off at the 36. We'll give the Northern Heights another shot here, possibly knock something down, put it in the back of put it into the end zone. So first and 10 from the 36. Mentioned new quarterback. Stormont's put the receiver either side. The one out to the left. Fires over the middle. It's caught. Gadonder is getting positive yardage up towards the 23. 12 seconds for a play remaining. They're going to want to get this one off. They rush to the line. Try to get everybody set. 3, 2. They do get it off. The snap is taken all the way back to the 38s. And that will wrap things up on the sack.
Right at the game. And your final score, Central Heights 32 and Northern Heights 0.
So Central Heights comes out with a big victory after a tough loss last week. They come out with a big one this time around as the game comes to a close. We'll send it back to the station. We come back, we'll wrap things up and get you back on your way. 42-0. You're listening to the KOFO Game of the Week. Central Heights on top of Northern Heights with the victory. You're listening on KOFO.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 5% APY on a 7-month CD or 5.25% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
Why pay dealer prices to get your car serviced? The ASE certified technicians at Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offer the same great service, and any applicable factory warranty remains in effect. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook. There's something for everyone at Primetime Grill. Burgers, salads, sandwiches, entrees, all the best tasting and delicious Kansas cuisine. Enjoy the full-service bar, exceptional service, one-of-a-kind atmosphere with so many screens you'll know why they say, when it's game time, it's prime time. Primetime Grill in South Ottawa, open 7 days a week.
Back here in Richmond, Kansas to wrap things up. Central Heights victorious over Northern Heights 42-0. Player of the game easily Bryson Velez, 12 rushes, 498 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's what I have on my stats. Might be a yard or two off. I hope I'm 2 yards short and he got up to 200 because that is a great day for him. Brody Roulette, 13 of 24 for 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Baker Moore, 3 receptions, 47 yards, 1 touchdown. Ben Teagarden, 2 receptions, 30 yards, and 1 touchdown. And interceptions defensively from Baker Moore, who had 2. So an all-around great performance for Central Heights, a dominant performance as they head on the road to Pleasanton next week and have to face OP to round the season out for them. We'll be in Wellsville next week as they take on Prairie View tonight. We'll see who they take on next week. But it's been a fun one here, folks. Pleasure being on the broadcast once again. The big win. We continue to have home teams come out victorious. You've been listening to the KOFO Game of the Week here on KOFO. I'm Blake Griffin saying have a good night.
We hope you enjoyed our Game of the Week coverage on KOFO.com. Brought to you by CarStar, Quality Structures, Kansas State Bank, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Newco Concrete, and by Beanie's Body Shop and Repair, Impact Wealth Planners, Ottawa Veterinary Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, also by Ottawa University, Arvest Bank, Admin Health Ottawa, Dingle & Son Mortuary, and by Midwest Auto Center, Goppert State Service Bank, Primetime Grill, and All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating. For more information about our next Game of the Week football broadcast, visit the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
Friday Night Lights in Richmond, Kansas, once again, as the Central Heights Vikings would take on the Northern Heights Wildcats. It would be all Central Heights as they would win 42-0 on the legs of Bryson Velez. 12 rushes for 198 yards, 4 touchdowns, and on the arm of Brody Roulette for 13 of 28 passes completed, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Not to be remiss is the defense, who ate up this Northern Heights team, who rushed for -3 yards and only were able to find 73 yards through the air for a total of 71 yards of total offense given up by the Central Heights defense in total. The defense also were able to pull off 2 interceptions, both on the arms of Baker Moore, as they move to 3-3. I'm Blake Griffin, KOFO Sports.